All right, it's the rundown October 1st. It is presented by New Amsterdam Vodka Barstool Sports. If you don't know this by now, you're an idiot. Barstool Sports teamed up with New Amsterdam to create our signature drink, the Pink Whitney, a drink created by Spit and Chicklets crew. The result is a seriously smooth vodka infused with fresh pink lemonade flavor. Keep this game changer on deck for your tailgates, pre-games, watch parties. If you can't find a bottle of Pink Whitney yet, head to your local liquor store. Directly ask them to get some bottles in stock, or in participating markets, check Drizzly for home delivery.
You going horns down? What are you doing?
No. What's that asterisk right there? Was I supposed to read that first?
If you can't find a bottle of Pink Whitney yet, head over to...
So for those at home, there's like 2 orange asterisks next to the part. If you can't find a bottle of Pink Whitney, head to your local liquor store, directly ask them to get some bottles of stock, or in participating markets, check Drizzly. Now that is bracketed by 2 asterisks. At the top, there's an asterisk that says read first. On the one to the right, the second ad, which will be a Roman, there's 2 asterisks that said read second. This rundown is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports. What do you guys make of that asterisk?
There's too many asterisks, first of all.
You can't just put an asterisk
This is all bullet points, but this is asterisk.
Right.
Well, it's a different...
It's a different color. The one that you're referring to is a different color.
So was I supposed to read the Pink Whitney liquor store thing first?
And it has asterisk before and after.
No, I don't think the color, for whatever reason, has any meaning.
Well, it had to have meaning. Why would she do a different color?
But what changes if you do it first or last? There's nothing to change there.
It's insanity.
Yeah, it is weird that those are bullet points and those are asterisks. I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
Well, they're all asterisks actually in hindsight. It's just that's an orange asterisk. It says read first in R. Can we get a view of this? Can we get turn this thing around?
I think that just means read this ad first, right?
Well, then why is that a different color?
Because that says read second.
No, it does say, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, read first, read second.
Yeah, but why is that bullet point or that in orange asterisk? That corresponds with the one up top, I would think.
Yeah, but it's crazy up in here.
I'd love to get some feedback on whoever wrote that, why that one particular thing, that one asterisk is orange asterisk.
I'm more freaked. It's all
It's one of the
up.
more confusing things
Bullet
ever.
points, asterisks.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the bottom of that, Tommy. We'll continue along. Monday Night Football, you and I were talking, Brandon. Whoa, the Bengals are bad.
Really bad.
I think most people had given the crown to the Dolphins.
Right.
The Jets, they lost their quarterback.
The Redskins,
horrific.
Really
There's some really, really bad football teams. Bengals are right there. And by the way, people didn't know that because the spreads haven't been that crazy on those games. The Bengals, you're going to be lucky at any point now, probably not to be. If you can lay 7 or less, it's an automatic bet against.
The Steelers were 0-3 with a backup quarterback and looked like the '85 Bears last night.
Unbelievable.
The Bengals made them look so good. Andy Dalton is finished. He's done. I don't see how you can take that quarterback seriously.
The Red Rifle, is that what his name is?
I don't care what his name. He doesn't have a name anymore. He stinks. He's finished.
Yeah, he's done.
I don't. He's never scored 21 points in a primetime game. Is that right? There's some stats
like
floating around about him.
My question would be:
just act like it's real.
At some point, the coach, he wears the C's, the cap. You just gotta unsew that from his shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy, but they stink. They stink.
They're as bad as a team as I've seen in a long time. The Dolphins look like historically bad, and now, like you said, these 3 teams are right there with them.
You have 3 teams that are historically bad, and if they aren't playing each other, may never win. Unbelievable.
The Bengals play the Dolphins in Week 15, and that's going to be for the #1 pick.
Could be.
I think he said in 2 weeks. Nate said in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Well, whenever they play,
that's coming right
going to be. It's going
well,
to be.
The Dolphins could squeak one out against the Jets potentially.
I don't think so.
Also, I will say it's very rare a game lives up to the hype. This one did. Everyone said this is the worst game of all time. It was worse.
Terrible.
Okay, we got to get real quick.
Yes.
Did you want, so on this, you bracketed the 1, 2, 3, 4th asterisk with orange asterisks.
Yes.
That meant read that first?
No, it just means that it was important and they wanted to highlight it because apparently it's kind of been glossed over.
Got it.
So we have The rundown is presented by New Amsterdam Vodka.
Got
That's
it.
the first read.
Yep.
Then the second read is
Did it?
Roman.
Correct. And then what confused me, as well as I think every human alive, is the orange asterisk looked like for a second maybe it corresponded with the
Same
orange
color.
up top. From now on, we highlighted it. It's a very important asterisk.
It's getting a lot of play today.
Yes.
Yes. So now we know that in participating markets, check Drizzly.
Got it.
For home delivery.
Okay.
Why'd you go
Equipment.
asterisk and then bullet points over there also?
Oh.
Because I wrote them separately, and I just was kind of like.
Switch it up.
Same.
You want a
Yeah.
bullet point?
That's
guessing.
cool.
Keep us
Yeah.
guessing.
How's
Okay.
the handwriting though? It's a little crooked on the Roman ad, but.
Yeah, it's not bad handwriting. I would maybe suggest important.
Okay.
Or now
you've
that we've
read
had
that
this
before.
discussion, maybe like mix in a new color. Like let's go purple. Oh, we don't have purple. Like
You got
We
pink.
can get purple.
red.
If you like
Red is an
purple.
alarm. Like
Red.
red, like
Yeah.
fire.
Okay.
And maybe even like a little fire emoji, like on like Instagram, like
Okay.
trending.
You can draw a
I
fire
can, I
emoji.
can do fire.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
mix in some orange,
So that's
some
important.
red. Yes, important.
Got
check
it.
Drizzly.
All right, we cleared that up. Thank
All right,
you.
cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
How many inappropriate comments do you think she'll get now on this run now? Like, who is that? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, probably way too
what,
many.
what the number doesn't
Please
go
don't.
on. Yeah,
Please don't.
infinity. though.
She explained it well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did the classic like, I expect everyone to read my brain.
Right.
There was no way for us to read that brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma players have been warned by the Big 12. Cheerleaders, players, nobody can go horns down. It's one of the great pussifications of America's stories.
Some of the biggest bullshit I've ever
It's
heard.
crazy.
If you do this, you might as well get rid of everything. You might as well get rid of the rivalries.
We've
you might
talked
as well.
about it a million times.
And what's going to happen if they do it? Like I saw that
Penalty, right?
it's a penalty.
I believe I believe it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
what a,
if you're
what a-
going to do this, you might as well get rid of everything.
it's penalty for the players, but I mean they wouldn't penalize the cheerleaders
Why not?
for doing
That's
it.
the thing. They said you can't post it on social media.
Why
you
not?
can't do anything.
Why
So
not?
like,
with
if
the
somebody
penalty-
tweets a horns down,
That's
they're
part
gonna
of
give
the
him a
program.
50-yard penalty.
Yes.
But a penalty when? Like, are you saying during the game, or are you
I'm
just
saying if they do it in the game. I don't think on social media you can do anything. But if they do it during the game, a cheerleader, yeah, I think they're going to flag the team.
So
It's no different than the coach. It's part of the program. The NCAA, they're losing their grip on everybody. We'll
Why
discuss
now?
that.
Like, what's the reasoning? Be like,
Well, it's caught win because the guy did it after they scored and they got a penalty. Here's the thing. First of all, and I think all Oklahoma people would say this, you want to have something that is so like that means you're somebody. People don't horns down nobody. Like, what do people do who don't like Mississippi State? Nothing, because no one cares about that.
well, plenty of people care.
Ah,
I don't think so. We got a big game this week, by the way. You and I.
I am not recognizing my
So
program.
you're completely out on Michigan
Yeah,
football.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
all in the
Yes.
Patriots.
Yes. I still, we're a baseball school, basketball school. I won't recognize Michigan until they now beat Ohio State.
Okay.
So if they
I'd
beat
love if you guys
Iowa
lay down this week. because
And
we're
beat
still
Penn
going.
State, you're still off.
No.
Okay.
I'm off Brandon Walker.
So they come all the way back. They're 10-1 when they play Ohio State. You're not
Yeah.
getting excited for that game.
Correct.
That seems daring. I don't know that you can
Well,
pull that off.
sometimes if you don't take I believe Bob Marley said this, even though I've been told he didn't. If you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. That's how Mississippi State has managed to be a doormat,
Not
because
really.
guys like you run back like, hey, we'll get them next
We
week.
compete for championships in
Enough
several sports.
is, well, so does Michigan.
Women's basketball powerhouse.
Football though, I'm talking. Enough is enough in Ann Arbor. I will, not only that, I won't wear their clothes the right way, only inside out.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're really somebody's got
I
to
think
take a
they should
stand.
take the I want the wings off the helmets.
You do?
Yeah.
So you're doing your own version of the horns down to your own team.
Yes. Wings off the helmets.
Can we go back to Texas real quick? Because
Yes.
I know Oklahoma is the one saying this, but fuck Texas for ever making this a big deal to anybody.
Wait, I don't know that either
Texas-
of
I
them.
feel like Texas
I
has
feel like
always-
this is neither of them. It's like the Big 12 and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think Texas isn't crying
But
about.
I
like,
thought this was
don't do horns down.
Oklahoma
I'm sure
telling
they
its
do,
own
but-
I think the
cheerleaders to
coach
stop
did at
doing
one
it.
Yeah,
point.
okay.
I don't know. The whole thing sucks. If you complain about this, get out of the league. Don't play sports.
If you have a symbol that for your team and you get beat, you should be prepared for that symbol to be used against you.
And when
turned
it
upside
become-
down.
All
Totally.
Texas has to do, and I know it's not coming directly from Texas. You said the coach maybe said it. Just don't lose, or don't let
I
things
think
happen.
That's a
I
good
think the-
strategy anyway.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure who's the coach?
Tom Herman?
I'm pretty sure he did complain about it.
I don't like that
What was
either.
this?
I got confused with PJ Stock, the row the
Okay.
boat guy.
All right.
This brought
PJ Fleck.
PJ Fleck. I did pizza review with him. Have you met him? All right. Unusual pizza review circumstance, Frankie. We got PJ Fleck, head coach of Minnesota, the only other guy who creates borderline as good a slogans as I do to rally his team around. Robo, brick by brick, one bite.
I'm not.
Exactly. I will also say
You walked right
this.
into that.
I am on the record as Texas is like the horn, all of it. It's like arguably the best logo in sports. The colors, the burnt orange,
Yeah.
all of it.
You've said that before. I don't think their colors are the best in
Well,
sports.
that again is coming from.
It's
like,
not Mississippi State. Not
like-
everything that comes
like
from
mud.
my heart is
King
about
mud.
Mississippi State. We don't have to go everything back to Mississippi State. I think North Carolina has the best colors in sports.
UCLA?
North Carolina is not a football uniform, and neither is UCLA.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about colors in general.
Yeah, they're cool if you
Yeah.
want to look preppy and shit. They're cool for basketball.
Black and
the
gold.
Argyle, but Argyle on like football, no. The UNC helmets, I think, are kind of gross. This is brought to you by Roman. Roman swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast acting, but don't require prescription. Roman can. I feel like we have dueling reads going on right now. Roman can ship swipes to you in a discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. Swipes are great. They won't transfer to your partner, so you can last longer without worrying. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipes out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry. You're good to go. That's it. When you go to GetRoman.com/rundown, you can get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose the monthly plan at GetRoman.com/rundown. That's GetRoman.com/rundown. Obviously, sticking with college, big story in the news here, the NCAA California. California is basically paving the way now for college athletes to get paid, endorsements. All right, I'm going to tell you how I feel about this. I love college football. I love college sports. If this is done on a state-by-state basis, I have no idea how college football or college sports continues to exist in any way, shape, or form that we know it. I think it has to be a national issue, and it has to be just a salary cap. Give each school whatever, $1 million, $5 million, whatever. They don't have to spend it, and you just buy your players. They'll still be cheating, whatever, but that's it. Players get paid. State by state, it's just. So if California is the first one that does it, guess who's going to have the best teams?
California.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my thing. And also, LeBron, you like how LeBron is, he's acting like he came up with this idea.
LeBron is.
He's like, by the way, I think we should pay the players.
What a cock.
And he's really carrying the torch
Okay.
for paying players. He's taking all the credit for it. It's amazing.
Let's not make it a LeBron thing, though. I think you're
Okay.
wrong on one thing. That you say state by state it won't work. I think it's going to go very quickly because the SEC schools aren't going to sit back and let California have any advantage. Florida jumped ahead of California today. Florida introduced a bill that will go into effect quicker. I think it'll go very quickly.
But then isn't it just going to be a game of can you top this? Hey, we can pay our guys $10 million, $20 million, $50 million, $100 million. Like, when is that?
Once states begin to line up, it'll happen quickly. I don't know what the end game is, but we're heading towards a pay-for-play scheme. That's what we're heading towards. But right now, it's just let them make money off their likeness or their autograph. That's all it is right now.
Right.
It is true that the dominoes will start to fall quickly because, like you said, if the players start to be like, oh, California's going to have a bunch of super teams, SEC schools are going to be all over that, being like, we can't fall behind.
I don't think all that much changes.
I think a lot's going to
You got
change.
to cap it though. Like you have to put something on it because then it just becomes like Major League Baseball where you have the biggest markets, have the biggest teams and the better players,
Right.
and it becomes
and I could say this:
shitty.
anybody who cares about like the integrity or like the college aspect, it's a business.
Yeah.
It basically is professional sports.
There's no
already.
integrity now.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's just the NCAA, their fault. They've had their head in the sand and been so stubborn in trying to be student athletes. If they just addressed this, they probably could have headed a lot of this off.
That's hard to say. That's hard to do though when you're clearing like $1 billion a year, and you're like, well, student athletes, fuck them. We're just gonna make a ton of money.
They should have got to this 20 years ago.
Yes.
They should have been ahead of this.
All right.
You all right?
They need some chapstick. Dolphins, your team. They're in
Thank
the
you.
news. A vendor charged $700 for 2 beers. When I first saw this, though, I'm like, how did he do it? Well, it's brilliant. He got his own credit card reader. Absolutely brilliant. His only crime, greed, and the actual crime of stealing.
Too
Yeah.
much. If he did like 80 and he did it a bunch, he could have got away with it, you think?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no need to go 700
No,
on one.
it's obnoxious.
Yeah, it is. It is greed.
Greed.
And it is because you could charge. I think you
Hey,
go pretty high.
Hey, how about just charging a regular price?
Right.
Because you're keeping the money.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
all. It's 100%
Yeah.
profit because
Right.
it's your card. reader.
Correct.
Going 700, yeah, too greedy.
I mean, how much does a beer cost at a Dolphins? $10?
I think you could charge people $15, $20. They'd
If
be
you're
like,
doing
fine.
and by the way, then if you get the notification, they're like, yeah, I bought the beer. They don't know that it's illegal.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're this could go on forever.
There are smarter thieves out there who have been doing it the right way, and this guy only got caught because he did 700.
Okay, so you're saying the customers wouldn't catch him, but the company that hired him would have caught it.
Why?
Because they would have noticed that his real reader wasn't bringing back any money.
You mix it,
He
you
had
go
to middle it.
50-50.
He had to middle it. He had to get enough on a small amount of
Yeah.
transactions.
I think you go half the time you use the company reader and half
Yeah.
the time you use your own.
But then you're carrying 2 readers?
I think
Well, he
he's-
was carrying
I
two
bet he's
readers. That's what he
carrying
was
two
doing.
readers.
Then yeah.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
switched out
Yeah,
to
you
his
skim
reader
up
for
the
that.
top. This is a never-ending scheme that should work and honestly will work.
I
I
mean,
think
what
I bet
percentage
it
of
has
vendors?
been working for someone. They just haven't
How
been.
pissed are you if this is working? It's like, oh, this is like now.
They're shining a light on it.
Yeah.
This
What percentage
$700
of
guy.
stadium vendors right now are doing this?
Well, that's
20?
the thing.
How many are probably doing it?
20% of stadium
Oh,
vendors.
you said 20%.
Yeah.
This guy, the balls to be like 700.
That's
Just-
gonna.
You,
That's gonna
you
pop
honestly,
up.
I think, could make probably like millions of dollars doing this
You can make.
without getting caught. It's a
could-
perfect crime.
You could make like probably 20,000.
There
each
has to be
time out.
something we don't know.
Well, it's not a perfect crime because he did in fact get caught.
No, but
The
he
only
did it
thing,
wrong.
the only thing that would, it's like if they look at the receipts, it's like, okay, there's 10 vendors, 10 of them are pretty similar in what they sold, and you're at half.
And also, you're going to be running out of product. Like they might check the product at the end of the day.
Right.
Like you have 50%.
Where'd the product go? Right.
Yeah. Where is it? You took all these beers and sold them. So
I dropped my tray.
you could bring in your own. You could buy your own beer, bring it and put it in yours, and sell it for a
now we're getting
inflated
crazy.
That's a lot of effort
That's-
right there.
Like,
That's
how do you
not
bring
that
in your own
crazy.
beer?
You just buy it and you bring it into the stadium.
That's a lot of beer. Like, what are you forklifting in a ton of beer?
I think you would end up clearing a profit
I was
though.
gonna say my grandpa used to be a hot dog vendor at City or at Shea Stadium. He
Yeah.
would just bring in his own hot dogs and buns and sell them, and he would turn a profit.
Bang.
There you go.
Wait,
That's exactly
your grandfather
what I
was a
saying.
criminal?
No, he was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Well,
That seems.
that's like Al
Sketchy.
Capone.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
A statute of limitations have got to be up
Right.
on that. It's
He's
been
dead
forever.
too. So
He's dead.
yeah.
The Mets are in the news. I thought Kevin would be on here, but the guy's suing T-shirt cannon, hit him in the face. I had a couple, and so the guy's saying, damage, you shouldn't be doing that. I've told this story. This is Blackout Tour, Stone Pony. The Don, Dante the Don, got nice and drunk, so he didn't even know where he was, which he liked to do during our concerts. It'd be like, oh, I'm taking a piss at the urinal in the middle of the show, and the Don's just next to me taking a leak. It's like, what are you doing in here, Don? So he did a reverse. We had champagne confetti, and instead of champagne, it would pop confetti. He did between the legs backwards. Probably from me to you, Brandon, took a
Right.
kid right in the eyeball. I had to deal with that lawsuit for years. Oh, shit. So I feel this guy's pain. But a T-shirt, how's a T-shirt do that? Number 2, did you guys see the Mets walk-off celebration? They ended the
Well, they
last
beat the Braves
Yeah.
in the 11th inning. I saw
Yeah.
the celebration. Yeah.
I didn't like that celebration.
I thought
It's like you're you won, but your season's over.
I thought a couple of the celebrations the Mets had this weekend, like Pete Alonso's celebration, was a little excessive as well. I know he set a rookie record, but
That place felt like it was going to collapse. It
it
sounded
was
like
like a big time celebration.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like Tractor Trailer when he said he's leaving Michigan a champion because they won the NIT.
Well, I know, like Kevin, I saw Kevin tweet this, and he's right. The Wilpons they'll look at this season as a success. You do a walk-off win, and then you're just like, everybody's happy at the end of the year. We don't have to change
They
anything.
didn't have a bad season.
No, they
the
didn't.
Mets players are all talking like they love each other. They'll be good next year. But I guess it just was such an over-the-top celebration. Whatever. I thought Kevin would be here. That's the main reason it was on here.
But if, in terms of getting hit in the face with a T-shirt cannon, you got to keep your head on a swivel. And you're right. How do you take a shirt to
T-shirt.
the eye? Like it's not. Yeah, it's
like
not a
Dante put a cork in this
put a
kid's
cork
brain.
in the dude's head.
I mean, how close is a T-shirt cannon at a baseball stadium anyway?
Not very close, you wouldn't think.
That doesn't seem.
And when it's happening, everybody's sort of like, you don't get surprised by a T-shirt
No,
cannon.
I actually would like to witness the footage because if it was like low, that is like the T-shirt can. You go,
Yeah.
you don't shoot them like on a
No.
line
No.
drive. You got to give air to it.
I went to a Mets game once. It could have been me.
What a story.
Could've
What
been me.
was the mascot where the gun backfired him in the nuts? That was the clip of the year last year. I forget what it was.
Sounds like it would be the Fanatic.
It's dangerous, but I don't think you can get hit in the eye and have it like blind you.
MLB Playoffs tonight. First game. Brewers plus 170 against Scherzer. Nationals. Pick.
Under 7.5. Scherzer
Oh.
throws a gym.
Yep. Hate it.
You were gonna hate
I'm not,
anything I said.
No, that's not true. Because I like the Brewers. at that price.
I'm not a gambler. I didn't have a pick.
Yeah, I thought. Again, I thought Dan
You know
was
who's pitching for the Brewers?
Woodruff,
You know where he went to school?
Mississippi State.
He did.
You just
Any more questions you want answers to?
No, that was a good answer. We breed great baseball
A
players.
perfect answer. And that's it. We'll be talking on Barstool Radio probably more about this, but late breaking news: the Riggs-Whitney golf match has been canceled. The USGA has basically said Whitney will lose his amateur status,
Yep.
which is to me lunacy. Also lunacy that Whitney thinks he needs his amateur status. So you get two absolute morons locking heads, ram horns here to see who can be the bigger moron. Why Whitney needs his amateur status to play in the Calder Cup at Walston or whatever he calls it, I have no idea.
If I played in this tournament, I couldn't fucking play in anything. I couldn't play in my member guest. I couldn't play in anything.
What do you mean you can't play in your member guest?
Shut up. Shut up and let me talk, you fucking idiot. I couldn't play in anything, all right?
What do you mean?
I would be considered a pro golfer, as stupid as that is. For 1 year it would take to get my amateur status back, and then I couldn't play in anything. I couldn't play any golf. I'd have to be walking around playing golf, trying to find matches, and instead, I'm going to choose not to play. Play me USGA. Don't play me. What are you looking at, kid? I got some kids staring at me on the side of the road. You are so fucking dumb, Riggs, to even be mentioning that I should play you instead of fucking listening to this and not losing my amateur status. How fucking stupid are you, you cross-eyed fucking moron? I'm just furious that you guys are actually blaming me on this. Blame the United States Golf Association and don't blame me. Keep my name off your lip, Portnoy, you fucking old midget.
And why the USGA gives a shit about this, I have no idea. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Hey, how's that?
Yeah.
And if someone asks me, oh, we didn't know that's happening. Hey, don't do that again. But if two people bet 10 grand on a private golf course, they have no problem with it. But because we've said it, it is tough to swallow.
I want to know how long we're going to tease this event. This is really it's
Ryan Whitney,
So why does he want his amateur status?
He, I guess, plays in one USGA event. Anybody can play in a USGA event. Who cares, Whitney? You're not going to be a mass pro-am winner. You're not in the US Open. You're an okay golfer.
I feel like doing this event even once a year is bigger than any USGA
1,000%.
event.
This would be the biggest golf tournament Ryan Whitney's ever in.
Oh, for sure.
By a mile.
This is
By a mile.
I don't understand
We
it.
said on Foreplay that this was going to be the biggest amateur match in the history of the internet.
Yeah,
Think about
Yeah.
it.
With you involved, with Dan involved.
No,
with,
Ryan Whitney is a delusional dude. He's
Yeah.
USGA. Hey, Whitney, nobody cares about your amateur status. Nobody.
He's just one of a million people that get to enter these tournaments, and they get a free lunch at the end and a nice hat, a USGA hat.
I have played in 10 USGA tournaments with my mother. Anybody can enter. You just pay the fee, you go.
It's crazy.
now it's canceled. The Riggs Whitney is canceled.
Because
What
Ryan
two
Whitney
other
and the
people
USGA
in the
can't figure it
world
out.
have ever faced off that would have been bigger than Riggs Whitney?
None.
Zero.
Are there
The
any
amount of eyeballs
discussions
that is
to
gonna
work
get or
around,
would have
just,
gotten?
it's just over?
Riggs talked to the USGA. The guy was pointing out Rule 3.7872 in the USGA.
Golf rules.
Golf people. This just shows why so many people are ugh, golf. And then you have a guy like Whitney, and this just shows why so many people are ugh, Whitney. The two of them.
Wow.
Tough.
What a
It's
turn of
tough look.
events.
That's a tough look.
Finally got it locked down, and
Yeah.
now it's.
Tough.
I was looking forward to watching it.
I was looking forward to covering it.
It'll be a great event when it happens.
Tough. All right. It's a rundown.
Happy birthday, Mama.
What?
It's your mom's
Happy
birthday?
Mom.
Your mom.
Yeah. It's her birthday.
That's nice.